My name is Matthias König. I've been employed at the Dombauhütte, the Cathedral Masonry Works in Bamberg, for 10 years now. My professional career is a bit more complicated. I initially trained in business administration. Later I worked both in the craft and in the engineering sector. I then expanded my studies by studying art history and heritage conservation, and then completed additional training as a restorer and in the stonemasonry and stone sculpting trade. Cathedral masonry works have a very long, even medieval tradition. At first, they were responsible for building the cathedrals. With the buildings already standing today, our main task now is different. We're primarily responsible for keeping the buildings operational. Here in Bamberg, we have 15 employees. The advantage of the Masons' Lodge is that various specialists are united under one roof, and thus the different requirements and problems can be processed on the building. Regardless of whether this is stonemasonry, carpentry, or roofing work. In the meantime, the construction metallurgy has also been inscribed on the list of intangible cultural heritage. An important argument is the imparting of craft knowledge, and furthermore, all the knowledge that's maintained and passed on within the construction metallurgy for the construction and maintenance of the cathedral. The everyday work routine usually starts at 7 in the morning and consists of different tasks. On the one hand, this is of course the central area of stone processing that takes place here in the workshop. On the other hand, of course, this is the area of the construction site itself where the restoration work takes place. And that, to a great extent, has become, as everywhere else also, a very large area of administration work, which of course also has to be mastered. Teamwork plays a very important role for us, as the construction sites also have different requirements. That's why it's particularly important for us that the employees also exchange ideas with each other in order to be able to cope with this workload. The cathedral is a permanent construction site. In the meantime, we've discovered that one cycle to work around the cathedral takes about 40 to 50 years. Of course, the tower's the biggest challenge. Not least because of their size, and of course, because of their exposed location, they're also most exposed to weathering due to wind and weather. An important aspect of the restoration measures is the stone material used. There are about 10 different types of sandstone installed at Bamberg Cathedral, all of which have very different technical and chemical properties. That's why it's very, very important that you find and use the appropriate matching material in the stone replacement, which behaves in a similar way as the already built-in material. Most of the tools used by the stonemasons have existed since the Middle Ages. In later centuries, individual tools were added, such as the Scharriereisen in the 15th century, and later in the Baroque era, the Krone, a tool that allows a wide intervention on the stone through its numerous tips. That shows that it's used in one of the later processing steps, where you smooth the surface with this tool and do further leveling.